A very good evening, everybody. This is Gulf Harbour Radio, ZMH286, Patricia and David, sounding very cheerful because we've had a lovely day, a summer's day. And I'm sorry to rub it in because I know quite a few of you are in the bit of nasty weather, the only little bit that you have to have on this particular passage, but it's never very nice when it comes, but it's not too dense. Well, I suppose it is a bit long, but
it's quite big.
It's quite big, says David. All right, I'm just trying to cheer them up a bit. I'll tell you what it is like here. We have 19 degrees, actually, 19 degrees Celsius right at this moment. It's been a bit of a random day wind direction-wise. He's just pointing out this rather large bit of cloud on the satellite picture here, so apologies for saying that you weren't going to be in it very long. Well, you would be if you're in a satellite, but anyway, 10 knots of northeast wind at the moment. It was southeast. I think it's south early wrong, but anyway, 1027, steady on the bar, and only 10% cloud cover. So needless to say, the neighbourhood has been quite noisy with various projects going on around the neighbourhood and gardening, and certainly gardening here took place until I put my foot through a rotten plank on the deck, and that took me into my day of gardening. So, okay, we have a list here. I'll first of all talk to Mackay and Soy Libra, and then after that I shall get on to the ones coming down from Minerva and then over to Taku. So let's start with Mackay, Gulf Harbour Radio.
Gulf Harbour Radio, good afternoon. This is Mackay. I'm ready if you are.
Yep, ready and waiting to hear the misery. Go ahead, Barry.
Yeah, it's not that bad. Anyway, our position at the moment is 2752 south, 17548 east on a course over ground, I guess, of 290 degrees at 0.0 knots, anything between 0 and 1.8. I'm Hove 2, sitting still. We've got a wind from 135 degrees, sustained 30 knots, gusting to 35 knots. And that has been steady now for the last 2 hours. It's been that way. Sea state is, I guess we've probably got 1.5 meters. Yeah, it's about 1.5 meters of a wind chop also coming from the southeast. And we have rain, lots of rain for a while, off and on, comes down, and then sky condition is 100% overcast. Solid, no blue there anymore. The bar is 1024, so that really hasn't changed since yesterday. We still have 1024 on the bar, and that's how my day is going. Over.
Well, I sure hope the line that might still be out doesn't zing, because you wouldn't really want to get out in that weather, would you? So Mackay in the trough, 2752 south, 17548 east. Sort of Hove 2 doing a general 290 course at 0 to 1.5, 1.8 knots. The wind is southeast, 135 to be precise, 30 knots gusting 35, and that's been like that for a couple of hours. 100% cloud cover, 1.5 metre swell from the southeast, and the bar is steady, 1024. It's just sitting around there. So it's not moving at all. I'll be interested to see what David said, but when I started looking, it just was been an annoying hovering type of system. All right, Barry, it sounds like all is well, just sitting there chuckling. I can tell people that you were eating crackers and peanut butter, which we talked about earlier. I hope that the cupboards aren't that bare that you had to resort to that as the last course over.
Oh, no, not at all. I've got a lot of snack foods and stuff. I have some dried apricots and pineapple, and I have some dal soup I could make, and I've got lots of decent and good healthy food. I just felt like a quick little snack of some comfort food on a cold, windy day over.
All right. Yeah, I bet you didn't have any soup on board. All right, we'll clear with you and talk to Soy Libre, who will hopefully, Andy will be kind and not tell you about all of the mahi-mahi dishes he's eating. Soy Libre, Gulf Harbour. Yeah, I've got reasonable copy, not all that strong, Andy, but go ahead.
How about now?
Yeah, not too much different. Over.
Now?
Much better.
Okay. I'm at 27 degrees, 6 minutes south. 175 degrees, 7 east, and everything else is the same as Barry. Yeah. I've spent quite a bit of time prepping and getting that fish away and made some sushi and cast that, and now I'm ready to just deal with the weather. Looking forward to day's report, huh?
Yep, he'll be coming up soon, and that sounds much more pleasant than peanut butter and crackers, I'd have to say. But suffering the same weather as Barry has reported. Well, we'll see what it's like. We'll clear with you and go further to the east and see what Beyond the Stars is doing. Mary, go ahead.
Copy on the stars.
Yeah, go ahead, Mary. I've got reasonable copy on you. Go ahead.
Okay, we are at 3018 south, 17701 east, course over ground 189, speed over ground 5 to 6 knots. The true wind direction, it's just hard to say. It's just moving constantly from one place to the next. The wind is anywhere from 9 to 10 knots. And we have an eastern swell about 1.5 meters with a short period.
And the cloud cover.
There is a lot of cloud cover and a lot of ominous-looking waves on the horizon.
Ominous, okay. That got a chuckle from David. 2018 south, 17701 east. And I always get a bit confused. Are you reporting magnetic or true course, Mary? Over.
I think she's 30.
True. Okay. No. You think she's 30. Let me see. Yes, she would be 30. Sorry. Just as well David's awake here. 5 to 6 knots. And you took a bit of a dive. I think you said northeast, but it looks like it might be a bit all over the show like it's been here. 9 to 10 knots and 1.5 meter swell and ominous clouds. So you're getting closer. Over.
Yes, we're getting closer. At one minute we have the wind from behind us, and then about 3 minutes later it's on the beam, and then it switches all the way forward. It's just everywhere. We can't figure out how to tell.
Yeah, it's really annoying when it's like that, isn't it? You sort of get, especially in the middle of the night when you are trying to get you don't want to put the engine on, you know you've got some wind, but then it's all over the show, and you end up cursing, pulling it in, and turning the engine on. But, all right, yep, that's what you might have to deal with for a bit. So, other than that, all is well, over?
Yes, all is well on board.
Okay, thank you for that. Let's go to Skylark, Gulf Harbour.
This is Skylark, copy.
Oh, pretty good copy from you tonight, Phil, about a strength 8. Go ahead.
Position is 30 degrees, 16 minutes south, 178 degrees, 37 minutes east. Course 182 magnetic, speed 5.0 knots. under engine. Wind variable 2 to 5 knots. Steep 1.5 meter southwest swell. Occasional rain. 100% cloud cover. Multiple schools nearby. All well on board.
It's the best report.
A very good report, says David. Thank you. 3016. I always felt when I was coming south that once we passed the 30 mark, we were sort of in the home territory. 17837 east, 182 magnetic 5 knots with engine, variable 2 to 5, 1.5 meters southwest swell, and occasional rain, squalls around, 100% cloud cover. Yeah, it's interesting, the variable. When I got the report from Moon and Nui, they reckoned they were in a random weather generator because their wind was all over the show as well. Okay, sounds as if you're coping very well on board Skylark. Hello to everybody, and we will talk to you again tomorrow. Let's go to Bent, Gulf Harbour.
A large dispersed pod of whales a few hours ago at 30 degrees 6 minutes south, 178 degrees 43 minutes east, swimming in a southerly direction. Over.
I'll report that. When you say a large pod, can you give an estimate of how many over?
More than 5, but they were very dispersed, so I don't think I was seeing them all. Over.
Oh, roger that. Okay, so a large pod of whales in the area of 3006 south. This was a couple of hours ago. 17843 east. And they were heading south. So that's interesting. They're heading south quite early. All right. Yeah, it'd be interesting to talk to the experts on that one. Thank you for reporting that, Phil. That would have been quite interesting to see. Okay. Anything else of interest? Over. I'm actually asking for any news of fish, but given you've got all those whales around, I guess they are cleaning out the ocean. Over.
No fish so far, and the crew are looking forward to some wind. We're listening carefully to the reports that might come in from yachts to the south of us. Over.
Yeah, roger that. Well, we'll see. They might not want it when it comes, but yeah. Well, we'll wait and see what David has for you. So you're at the 30 mark. We've certainly got wind up there at the 27. So we'll see what happens. All right, we'll clear with you and go to Bent with Elizabeth and Wim. Go ahead. Okay, David wants the microphone just quickly.
Right, Phil, I've got you here, and yeah, you will have wind tomorrow. I'm looking at about lunchtime at about 31 degrees, maybe 25 minutes in there, and at your longitude. And I'm seeing wind 20 knots, gusting 25. So once you get out clear of all that cloud and whatnot, the wind will come with the bigger out of the east. Over.
Phil, did you copy that over?
Yes, copy that. I am not getting a great copy from you, but I understood that the wind can be expected to come in from the east 20 to 25 at around 31 south. Is that correct?
Roger. Yeah, you might have something on there because I'm putting out almost 400 watts here going up the spout, so just check the lights and any charges that you might have. All right, we'll clear with you. And before I go on, I'll just give the report from Pura Vida, who departed Minerva today, because they in fact have wind at 24 degrees 01 south and 17915 west. They're doing 7.5 knots on a course of 200. And the wind is 15 to 17 from the east. It's 080 true. They have a 1.5 to 2 metre swell from the east northeast and 20% cloud cover, the usual scattered Q and some high cirrus. 1018 on the bar and 25 degrees. All right, and I've got a message here via Sugar Shack. Hi, Matt and Christine. Jim on Rome will be checking in. He's there with other boats behind Mackay, so probably interested in when and where the front comes in. All right, let's proceed with the check-ins first, because we have boats spread out quite a bit. Bent, Gulf Harbour Radio. No sign of wind tonight. Zen again. Mike, are you on frequency?
Radio, this is Zen again, reading you 4x4, a lot of interference. How copy?
Yeah, I've got none of that interference here, and your strength 8. So go ahead, Mike. All good here.
Very good. By the way, we're transmitting at 50 watts, 50 watts. So, then again, position 2916 south, 17735 east. Track 200 at 5. Wind light and variable. Seas calm. Swell 1.5 meter. Cloud overcast. Bar 1020. Air temperature balmy 16 Celsius. Persistent light rain. Motoring at present. We've had 3 periods of sailing, but quite a lot of motoring. All on board. Over.
Okay, thanks for that. Zen again is at 2916 south, 17735 east on a course of 200 true, motoring at 5 knots. LAV, light and variable, calm, 1.5 metre swell, overcast, drizzly rain, consistent. They have sailed on and off today, but motoring at the moment. 1020 and 16 degrees. Boy, God, we beat you here.
Okay.
A bit on the chilly side, but that will get you acclimatized to the random weather generation that we have here as well, Mike. Over.
Yeah, roger that. We're looking forward to a little bit of Kiwi summer when we get out of this rain, and looking forward to the easterly coming in. Sounds like we've got a little way south to get before we get into that.
Yeah, it helps to have the engine to move through this big, thick band. I'll tell you what, Nuna Nui, because they're pretty much the same as you, except not quite. They're at 2924 south and 17852 east, with motoring at 5.5 knots on a course of 205. They've got 4 to 12 knots from the east, 1.5 metre southwest swell, overcast 1019. But the wind has been all over the show. But all they haven't got is snow, sleet, and gales. Well, the gales may be yet to come. All right, that's it from Zen again. No reports of anything interesting there. I'll just see if Taku is on frequency before I switch to David. Yeah, I've got reasonable copy on you, Sabrina, and you won't have had as much problem as the people coming this direction. Go ahead. Over.
Our position is 23 degrees, 12 minutes south, 13 degrees. minutes east. Course is 250 true. Speed is 6.9 knots. And 15 knots wind in the distance. Hot and cloud cover. And 102.
Your signal cut out a little bit for me, so just check that I've got everything right. 2312 south, 163, and I missed the minutes, on a course of 250 true at 6.9, 10 to 15 knots from the southeast, 5% cloud cover, and 1020 on the bar. Did I get reasonably accurate over?
Yes, that's perfect. And we have a 1 meter swell. Over.
1 meter swell. So you've made pretty good progress from yesterday, haven't you? So that's really good. Okay. Yeah, I was just looking. Yes, you have done pretty well. All right. That's good. All's well on board and you're making progress. And I know we have a friend watching your progress carefully. I'll just see if Rome is on frequency. Any copy? I think there might be someone there, but it's very hard to hear. And what I'll do is try after David has finished the weather, because then I can get some help from people. Hopefully Barry will be able to copy you. So just stand by. We'll do the weather and then get back to you. Here's David.
Okay, good evening to all of our listeners. The major player today and tomorrow is a 1030 millibar high sitting over New Zealand. Nice day, as Patricia had mentioned. To the north of the country, the isobars are basically flattened out, running more or less east-west, with our quasi-stationary front mentioned yesterday, whose axis is running along about 30 south. That's the axis. Now, in addition, there is a trough, a totally separate system that's sitting over the quasi-stationary front, and it's running from the date line, 30 south and the date line, and it runs to New Caledonia. So 30 south and the date line up to New Caledonia. That is the trough. Quite a bit of CB activity in that. The cloud is running northwest to southeast fairly rapidly. There would be wind in this trough, as reported by a number of yachts already. And back to the original front. The satellite imagery shows the cloud band from that running from 27 all the way down to 32 south. So that's mostly a lower level system. But in that trough, I see cumulonimbus clouds in that imagery, and the cloud temperatures are running minus 49 Celsius to minus 53 Celsius. So I would expect thunderstorm activity as you transit south through the bands. So those clouds are moving quite rapidly northwest and southeast, whereas the cloud that's in the quasi-stationary front is by definition not moving very fast at all. 5 knots, 8 knots, like that. A bit breezy at Minerva this afternoon. It looks like easterlies 10 to 15 and gusts running up 18 to 20. Tomorrow the wind's back, so expect northeasterlies 15 to 20 knots. So that's about all I've got for you. Looking at the satellite imagery and writing down the position of where the yachts are, the ones that are not getting very much air, it's very interesting because that's in an area where the upper cloud is just not in that area at all. It's just a low level cloud that's there, and that would be the lighter winds that they're experiencing. Whereas those that are getting higher gusts are in that trough area. But yeah, that's the story. So we'll have to see what happens tomorrow. But as you head south, you'll be through all of this. And I think, as I mentioned, when you get down to about 30, 31 and a half south, it looks to me like you'll have wind out of the east. So that should make you happy. So we'll see if that happens, and we'll find out tomorrow. So with that, here's the chief.
Okay, thank you for that. And just was looking at where Rome is, and Barry, if you could have a good listen while I call them, they are 160 miles north of you, still with, according to the GFS, northeast winds. It's a catamaran. Rome, Gulf Harbour Radio, could please call twice, over.
Gulf Harbour Radio, sailing for Rome, Whiskey Alpha 2019, over.
Well, you're booming them this time. Even Sugar Shack will be able to hear you on the radio, sitting there listening in Wongaray. All right, go ahead with your report. You have a very good signal, actually, over.
Okay, thank you for that. Rome is at 2516. That's 2517 south. 176 east. Over.
Okay, we have Rome up there at 2517 south and 176 east. Carry on.
Alright, course of 190, speed of 8 knots. Wind is 090 at 9 knots. And barometer is 1019.7 and rising. Over.
And the cloud cover?
Cloud cover is about 70%, so mostly clouds are 1.5 meters and confused and quarters.
Okay, we have Rome at, I'll just repeat the lot, 2517 south, 176 east. On a course of 190, I'm assuming true, at 8 knots. The wind is east at 9, and the bar is 1019.7. About 70% cloud cover, and they've got the confused seas that everyone has been reporting, and a very good signal along with it. I'll just go back to my streaming page and see if there's any messages from Matt and Christine. Yep, they can hear you. All right. Fixed something, she says. I don't know whether it's them or you. Okay. Running with Kinetic and Linga and a couple of others running fast. These catamaran people, they do stick together, don't they? All right. I presume all is well on board at this stage, over? Yep. Rome, if you could give me your name, please, and I'll call you in again tomorrow, over?
Roger, the name is Jim. Juliet, give me a mic, and crew of 3 on board, all is well, and we'll try again tomorrow.
Okay, we'll be following you with interest. I'm certain Christine obviously is. Christine and Matt. Okay, is there anybody else wanting to join us? Please call.
The office Sugar Shack.
Yep, there's Sugar Shack. Just stand by, Christine. Beyond the Stars. Mary, go ahead.
Yes, I just have a question for David, if that's okay.
Yeah, of course. Go ahead. That's what we're here for.
Okay. Curious, so we have about 323 miles to go on the run line to and curious, how will we be in this weather all the way there, or is there going to be a point when we get out of there?
A very good question, which I'm sure others will be interested.
Let's repeat.
They have 323 miles rum line to get to Opua. And have you worked out an ETA? The question is, David, will they be in this for the arrival, or is it going to improve? I'll just pass the microphone.
I think the trough that I mentioned that's causing a lot of the trouble is going to be absorbed. The quasi-stationary front looks like it's still going to be there, but it's broken, quite broken. When you get closer to North Cape, I'm guessing about 3 degrees north of North Cape, it looks pretty clear. Winds are going to remain out of the easterly quadrant, give or take on that east. I don't see any high cloud that would indicate thunderstorms or nasty squalls or whatnot. So that's Monday. Um, so your ETA would probably be maybe Tuesday. Uh, and Tuesday, yeah, the cloud is not from the quasi-stationary front. It's just cloud, and it looks like that will be affecting the North Island, the top of the North Island. So Pua and Marsden probably are going to be fairly cloudy, but I don't see. Let's see, one other thing. No, I don't see any real rain on Tuesday. Just that cloud that I talked about. And on Monday, backing up a little bit here, I don't see anything in the way of rain once you get below 30, 33, like that. So, yeah, it's going to be fine once you get through this little bit that you're at now. So, hopefully, that is what you want to know. Over.
Yes, thank you so much, David. Yeah,
Okay, is there anybody else needing anything or with any information to add? Please call.
Info?
Yeah, go ahead, Barry.
Yeah, just wanted to report that it looks like the winds are starting to calm down a little bit. I'm seeing winds now into the 20s, highs in 27s. It looks like the 35s are gone.
Thanks for that. That's up at 2752 and 17548, where he had 30 gusting 35 for a couple of hours, so it's dropping a bit. So David's just positioning you on the satellite picture to see whether that might be temporary aberration or whether it might be, because it's quite interesting looking at the satellite picture and looking at the height of the cloud based on the colour of the grey or the white, if you wish. So, yeah, he's just having a look. Stand by.
Isn't that 27?
27, well, almost 28, and 175 and a half.
Okay. Okay, I've got the satellite imagery. This one is a few minutes old, so it's fairly recent. And I'm putting you little dot here, and you happen to be, from what I could see, in an area where the cloud is just sort of clearing, breaking up a bit. Not so as you go further south. You're going to actually be moving more into the trough that I talked about. There's two systems, as I mentioned. So the trough, I believe, is still going to be with you tonight. So just be careful. Over.
Okay, Roger. Thanks for that, David. Yeah, I'm not going to move. I can't sail in this. All I'm doing is getting beaten up. So I'm just going to sit here and enjoy the evening, and maybe tomorrow it'll be gone.
Yep, you're sounding like an old salt. A sensible thing to do. All right. With that, I will do one final call. Is there anybody else?
Yes, so Libra's on the same page here. I'm even too for a while.
Roger that. Yep, good thing just to rest and wait for it to do its thing. Okay, thanks, Andy. All right, folks, I will leave the frequency in your hands. I suspect Sugar Shack might want to talk to Rome. The frequency is all yours. We'll be back again tomorrow night. Cheers, everybody.
Thank you, Patricia and David. Rome, you copy Sugar Shack?
Good evening, Christine Supersonic. This is Sammy Russell. Barely readable, but probably not your fault. We have a very loud heterodyne tone on this. San Antonio